what we are covering today is the changes to the GMB poster, the silo manager, scheduler, tips and tricks, something called the GMB toolbox, the content generation in GDocs, and then we'll finish with a Q&A. I'm sorry about that little blubber I made that. So what I was trying to illustrate before is that we have got a new thing which is called the silo editor. And in the silo editor, you can change the name if you want. So if I have put in too long name here, I want to change it to something else, like this one, I'll just click update silo and it will change. And next time when I'm going in and change or choose the silo, you can see I've changed the name here. But what you also can see that there's no last URL in this silo. So if I will be choosing the silo, it will fail because I didn't have put in a last URL in it. So what I can do, I can go back to my posts and go to post by account, and I could try to find down where I had one post regarding the county, which was this one, and then I could go up and choose this link. So I'll go and I'll grab that link up here, and I will then go back to my silo editor, put that link in here, and update the silo. So just to show you, I'll go to something else. I'll go back here, I'll choose the silo again. Didn't I? Apparently not. We'll try once more, update silo. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'm just impatient and it doesn't update. But the basic idea is that you'll be able to change the name, you'll be able to insert the last URL so that you can recover your silos if they have been broken because of an error that has been popping up, as you saw down here. I will just, you can see down here, I have a date and time error. So what I will do there is that I'll go to post by account, and then I will find the last post in that series which went live, and that's what's happening here. So I'll grab the link, so that's the one there, but you get the point that you have to find the link in the last the last live series that you have chosen, and then grab that link and go back and insert that into the editor, which I'm doing here. So I click here and go up, copy that link, and I will go back to the silo editor, choose the silo name, and paste it in. So that's generally what you can do with the silo editor, recover your silos. The silos are stored in a database, And the other new thing in 6.0 is that the scheduled post as well is stored in a database. So if you update the program later, there won't be any files that will be overwritten, which has happened for a few of you. So now you should be able to just continue your work in terms of the scheduled post. So any questions in regard to that?
Yeah, where do you find the file that you just mentioned?
The file?
The
No,
data,
the link?
yeah, the link. No. In your file manager, where do you find it?
In the GMB poster, it's out here on the left silo editor. There. The last tab.
Right. But when it saves the file.
No, you don't tinker around. It's stored in a database in the data folder.
Okay.
But don't touch that. Don't touch that.
That just clears up the question, that's all.
But that's the two major part in terms of what have changed in this updated version. I can say that the scheduled posts here, they are now stored in a database as well. They used to be stored in the folder under documents, which is called the GMB factory data. And there was an XML file there where they were stored. And a few had a problem that when they updated, the file was overwritten because they updated the operating system or something like that, which will normally create a new document folder. And I think there was one updating from Windows 8 to Windows 10, and that document folder was overwritten and everything was gone. So luckily, he had made a backup of that before he updated the operating system. Maybe from time to time, you should go down and just make a backup of this folder. I'll show you. You have the GMB factory. And when you go in there, you have the data folder here. And you have all the blogger calendars as well. So go in, make a backup of this one, copy it to a cloud drive or somewhere else where you can get it, or if you have an external hard drive, copy it out to that so you have a backup. And then if you have scheduled along quite long in the future, then you will be able to recoup that. So always a good thing to back up.
Scott's asking if we can upload GIFs or movies in the post.
No, Scott, the API doesn't allow uploads of videos at the current time. And as far as I recall, GIFs is not supported either. It's either JPEG or PNG. What I want to show you as well was...
Just remember that a lot of what we can and can't do is dictated by the API. Is this GMB Mega Poster or GMB Inside RFR? No.
It's GMB Mega Poster we're talking about here.
Right. But he's asking if this is the same one in RFR. And it is not.
No, you don't have any silos in RFR. I want to show you a little site I came about, which is called gmbreviewsmaker.com, where I found some small interesting things. The GMB toolbox. If I go in here and I type in my name, pick that, and it will create a page for me where I'll get a lot of information. Taking out my NAP, my general rating, but what it does, it's giving me the place ID, and it gives me the CID for the knowledge panel, and it gives me the maps URL directly here, which we can grab and use. And what it also does, it gives me a direct URL to the reviews, which I can pick up, and then it's actually extracting all the photos, which we have ourselves in the GMB. And here you have an opportunity to go in and review, look at all the reviews in one go here. We only have 5 in the Mega Poster, but here you can actually get all of them. So we will need to have Chris to look at how we can get the remaining reviews. And what we saw last time, the thanks with Google, small thanks with Google Video, which is up here. But here it has generated posters with the material. So if I click here, you can see I'm actually getting PDF directly with a review. I thought it was a little bit cool. What can I use the URLs for up here? I will take this one and insert into the same as. I can take this one here, which will also become can become a long URL. So you see here, I've taken this one out. That's the map URL CID, and we have the one that we have grabbed from Jason's little tool, which was the machinable readable ID, which you have up here. So what I will do, I will normally take all these and I will go into my schema generator. So this schema, I have chosen Ocean's Landing from up here. I click with one called Add to Schema. I will remember to choose a URL for my picture, which is coming up here, the image URL, and then I can start pasting in these IDs as same as I've done here. The first one was the search I had. Oh, sorry, that was the name I copied into the. So I'll have to copy this one. So I'll copy that, go down, paste it in here. I will go and copy the other one, this one. I could paste it in here, or I could do something different. I could take that URL here and, sorry, the maps URL, which also was in the listing here, and I could set that into a little phrase which says has map, and then the URL to the map, and I could put in that over here. So I will go here, put in a comma there, paste it in here, and remove that comma there. So I actually put that into the schema directly here instead of using it down here as same as. Let me try to validate the schema and see if that's okay. So select all and copy that to the validator. The codes.
Yeah, this is really nice because you know that it's going to work.
It should, but I need to create a new. What I'll do here, I'll put it up here because I put it into that section here. So the type coordinates up there.
So for people who don't know what you're looking at, what are you trying to do?
What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to change, or I'm trying to take the map URL which I found over here.
I got that.
That one, and insert that into my schema.
So the question is, you keep going and looking for an insertion place.
Yeah.
How do they know where to insert it?
That's will require a little bit of knowledge about schema. And the problem was that I was putting it down to this section here where it's failed. So I removed the part from here and put it up here. But let me, for the next Webby, I'll find a schema generator where we can which has the tag has mapped into it, so it will be easier for you to recreate this one, because it could take a lot of time and trial and error, try to see what it can figure out where the commas has to be inserted and removed, presumably. As you can see here, there's no error in it this time. So where did I put it? I put it up here after the price range tag. So I just have to ensure that I have a comma here after there. Then I went down to the address region after the state ID and removed that comma, because it's not needed there, because it's closing the schema. So basically put it up just under the price range. Make sure that you have a comma after the price range and a comma after the, and then you can select all and copy it into your location page on your website.
Is everybody clear on that? Any questions?
That was one of the little features that we found in here, and play around with it, because there's actually quite a lot of there's a duplicate finder, and you will notice that when I started this one here and started typing in Oceans Lending, I just discovered something. Can you see here? There's a new one coming up here, Oceans Lending, the same address as this one. And what I believe it is that Google have picked up on some of these stacks that I've been doing, and they are ranking. So presumably it had picked up a special rank your shit stack, which I've done, where I've focused on mortgage lender, because this one, when I'm selecting with this one, the key category is mortgage lender. So apparently Google will try to create a place similar to my listing, but it'll be an unverified listing. So I'll just leave it there. But we discovered it yesterday, wasn't it yesterday, Patrick? We discovered that?
Yeah.
So that can happen. Yeah. What else is in here? There's the videos, which we spoke about last time. You can go in, type in your name, and then it will create the video in here. The place ID you can insert here, and then we'll generate the video. What I looked at was actually you can go in and you can get Facebook reviews, Play Store's reviews, Yelp reviews. If you have the name, I think it's called Oceans Lending, get reviews. It wasn't that one, but you will get the JSON output here, and then you can use that to inject that into a widget or on your website. So you will have to play around with it. I need to do more research here on this one, but I thought it was a quite funny site too. So I also went into this one. That's the Pleber side, where they also have a link generator and a SID converter. So that gives some similar things you can do. So I'll try to just go in here. Oceans Lending. It will give me my maps ID immediately, and then I can convert and generate, and it will generate some code for me. So I will have the URL to the knowledge graph here, which I again can take out, copy that. What I will do, I will go back and I'll paste it into the same as here and have that there. What else do we have? We have the That was the maps URL. It generates the embed code for the map, but we have that already in the mega poster. But
How many of you guys out there are using Klepper? It's a free tool. We've gone over it a number of times for you, showing you various ways that you can use it. The thing that I like to use it most about, if you show people the categories.
Categories help or the full list?
Do the full list. And then scroll down. There's a search bar right there. Where's the search bar? Maybe it's the other one. Maybe it's not the full list. It's the other one.
No, this one will give you the full range. I'll just show it.
Go ahead and do that.
So what we'll come up to is it'll give you in the table.
Now above that table, is there a search? I got too much shit on my screen. I can't see everything. See in the search right there? Right above related categories. So type in mortgage. This is another tip for people that haven't seen this before. Okay, so you see we've got mortgage broker and mortgage lender. So these are two main topics on your posts and on your services that are in your biz page. Everybody got that? Now, the interesting thing is if you hit related categories, this is going to give you a list of everything that Google thinks is related to your business. Some are really related, some aren't. You can see credit counseling services, a 1.63, but loan agency, a 19, financial consultant. So when you're thinking about posts to write, you can use these as categories or the header for your article. And then as Google reads through that, it makes sense because we're using Google's own categories. And then you got Google Trends related queries down there as well.
Exactly.
This is an incredible little tool for free. And you can silo your documents just by utilizing what Henrik just showed you. So go back up to that category related thing, up a little bit. Because here's something else that you can do when I talk about siloing. So we know that mortgage broker brings you to mortgage lender loan agency. So click on loan agency for a second. So what you've done is you go to loan agency and pick up financial consultant as an example. You've siloed your categories. Does that make sense, Henrik? If you're writing articles and you're drilling down.
Yeah. You're trying to silo your categories, but I think it's better to silo within the categories in itself because that will have more power in terms of pushing your GMB up for the suggested category. So if you have a category called financial institution as the primary and a mortgage category as the secondary, I will push post in each of the silos, not through the silos.
No, exactly. But the whole point of this is to give everybody an understanding that these are the recognized categories by Google. And we are always trying to find more categories for our business that we can submit to, right?
Yeah.
So this gives you the perfect tool to know, instead of searching. God, remember we used to go and search 3,900 of them, trying to find a category to fit in? Well, you don't have to anymore. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Is that helpful for you guys? Harry the big dog. Cool. Thanks, Mark. Okay.
What you could do as well, if you're looking for categories for your silos, you could go out. So say, if I'm searching for mortgage brokers, for instance, just mortgage. Then I get 540 million results. So if you can find a tool like the Uber Suggest or something else where they give you search results in as well, then you could say that everything which is above 1 million could form a silo header for your section. Everything which is between 300,000 and up to 1 million could actually form your categories, and what's below 300,000, which normally be long tails, could actually form your supporting posts for whatever you're trying to do. But that's more for the website as such. So just a little sidekick here. Okay, that was two of the interesting sites I found. I will do another thing here. Show you Google Drive. So what I want to show you is a way where you can easily and fast write some content. And the only requirement is that it's only available in Chrome. So you go into Tools, and you can see here you have something called voice typing. Click to speak. This is a test for testing my slow connection. New line. This is the second line I'm testing. New line. Now I'm trying to dictate a paragraph in the Google Docs, and it seems to work fine. New paragraph.
Now, one other thing that you can do is you can be watching a YouTube video with this on. Voila.
Would that work?
Mm-hmm. As long as it's coming through your speaker system and your microphone. Put it this way, if you're not using a headset and you have speakers and your speakers are picking up your YouTube,
it has to pick up your system voice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can make it work. But that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Another thing is the Explore tab over here, where you can go in and search the web directly. So if I was writing about FHA mortgages, I could have a variant of, maybe I want to see something here, but I could actually cite as a footnote over here. So it will take this one, drag that over, and then I can actually sit here and try to build up a document based on what I'm getting over here.
I thought there was a way that did that automatically.
Maybe it is, but I'm not so familiar with Google Docs, but I just thought that might be a quick way to generate some content. So that was another little tool that might be of use, especially the dictating one, because people maybe speak faster than they type, and when they type, the brain starts to interfere with what you're typing.
Keith said that he's using OTTER.IA. That must be better than Google Voice.
Otter, yeah. But that's sorry, that's on the mobile phone, right?
Oh, Otter AI.
That's voice notes for smartphones.
So that's only available for smartphones?
It does work on desktops too, and they give you 600 free minutes of transcription a month.
Okay, super cool.
How does it work on Google Docs?
I've not tried it on Google Docs. I've just used it for content,
Yeah.
articles.
So Keith says that he uses it on desktop and it works well.
I'll sign up for it and try it off. Okay, let's go back to the blogger and go back to my maker poster here.
Tell us what your problem is.
Can't post to Blogger.
You can't post the blogger. Okay. Which version are you using?
The newest, I don't remember the number.
Well, we're going to show you on 1.0.6.
So here I have a blogger post and I want to use photo.
When you attempt to do it, David, what happens?
Just errors out.
If I go in there and check the blogger after post now, I'll go up and post now. It will work a little bit.
Do you get any errors on the bottom?
Yes. I can't remember what they are, but the content, the title of the post will make it to the Blogger module, but that's about it. Nothing else makes it.
So you don't get any pictures in, you don't get anything else in?
No text or image, no.
Try to update to version 6.0 because there shouldn't be any problems in there. And then just make sure that your title in the blog mustn't be too long and you have room for roughly 20 keywords or tags in here, comma separated. That's the maximum. Otherwise, Blogger will reject the post because there's too many keywords in there. So here, max 20 keywords. Or
Characters.
a reasonable, I think it's 320 characters you can have in there. So just, if you go by that, then you should be able to post to the Blogger.
Okay, I'll update it tonight.
Is that map embed on the picture?
Is a map embedded in the picture? Yes.
Overlaid on the picture, right? It's not an embed in the sense of like an iframe embed. It's just overlaid on it.
It's an iframe embed. So next question, how did you do it?
Oh, I was going to say, you just opened up that can of worms.
I went into Google Earth.
Everybody should have Google Earth on their computer, by the way.
So if I take satellite beach here, search for that, go a little bit further down, and I can take my little fellow here. Say I want to go down here.
Show my house.
Then I go up to this one up here, save image. Then I go in here, say this is.
And I would guess that this is no different than any other description box, which means it's a bottomless pit. You can put 1 million characters in here if you want. I know that Gary and I were testing this. We went to Wikipedia and copied the entire Wikipedia for Obama, and we dropped it in this description. It's 191,000 words.
Yeah, but you won't put that much in it here.
I didn't say you would. I just say you could.
Now the trick comes. I go up to maps options here. I click on the HTML area. I go back here. I go into my poster. Go to my maps. I generate it here. I take this little sucker down here. I go back to my little friend here. I click here. I go down here and I go in here and go down to here and say insert that. And then I go a little just to you see how it works like. So if I go back here, I can actually type in further instructions here like, look nice. I go up here and say, okay, I save that as a size that I want, 1280 times 720. Say save image and name it as the area that I want to target. So I'll go back to my little post here and go up to here and I have it here and bingo bango. And then I put in my information from my little, I'll just create my post like I would normally do and post that.
So you could do this process over and over and over and expand your territory.
I think it is extremely powerful, but I don't know yet because that's something I just started doing.
I did. I don't know if anybody else did, but I did. Like I said, I'm going to just drop my maps in there all day long now.
Yeah, Keith said nice. John, so we use 1280 by 720.
720.
And
Yeah,
It
you
gives me
you could create a larger one, but I think
You could create the map such that you don't even see any image behind it.
Yeah.
Your photo is an embedded map.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying people should do that.
right.
So what you want to do is to have the map taking up all the space. So we will have down here with maybe
Right, 1400. Actually, probably a little bigger than this.
or do the 12
John's
by
saying 740 by 500.
And look at that image. That's cool.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
let's say that.
So anywhere you can put an image as an option, you could instead put an embedded map.
We just let the cat out of the bag for Jordan here. Another mad scientist.
Is he on? Is he on?
Yeah, he was here earlier. He's gone.
Okay.
Oh, he missed it. Oh, too bad.
I'm just going
Yeah.
to say, Jordan, you missed it. I'm not sending you the review. Well, that was worth the price of admission, Scott.
That was worth double the price, in fact.
Scott's asking a question, but a JPEG is flat. I don't think has any HTML in it. What do you mean flat? JPEG is pixels.
And what he says is
I
that
don't-
Google converts it to an image at the same time, so it's image in an image.
Yeah, but Google Earth got around that with the HTML insert, right? According to Mark.
I don't know how it's created on the back end, to be honest.
They're both Google properties, so they ought to play nice with each other.
Try to reverse engineer that. Scott, take at it. Tell us what you come up with. This is just pretty cool. OT07. There you go.
So, any questions out there? Because that's more or less what I had planned for today.
That's all you got, man? That's it?
My only question is, how long you been holding out this Google Earth image insert thing?
Nearly a year. No, it was actually something I played around with yesterday.
Wow.
Cool.
I don't think many people know this.
Can you take this image, put it in a post, then show me the post?
Can you put EXIF data in it? It's an image. Why not?
Well, certainly there's an image right behind that map.
Right.
But I'm wondering when it's posted as in the GMB,
Okay.
whether it's posted only an image or it's posting an image and HTML.
It's posted as an image. I just have a problem with my screen now. So
That's what you get for trying to get around Google. You end up, they get you.
They got me.
How many of you would be interested in learning more information about the new factory embed code program process that we are going to be launching shortly? We're testing it now. And I did do a sampling of the embeds that we got back, and they were all authority rated over 40s.
Cool.
So, Terry, I was a little worried about that, actually, with the new Moz situation that's popping up in terms of their redefining page and domain authority.
Yeah.
Right?
It messes with people's heads. It doesn't change anything else, but it does mess with their heads a little.
Well, exactly. It doesn't change what they were, but
right.
People think that it makes a big difference. So the interesting thing is that, so this was the first test that we did, and we wanted to see whether or not the networks that we were coming back with had any authority to them. And so I just took a sampling of the links that we got back, and these were the authorities that we pulled up under the no, David, it's not. So that's not bad, eh? Look at that.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Pretty good.
So, for getting 1,000, 1,500 link backs on an embed network with all the, just think of what Henrik was just sharing, right? Doing all of that imaging and all of those things with the driving directions, put them in HTML, take the HTML embed code and putting them into an embed network and getting all your links back. You got 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 links coming back with these types of authorities, on tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's not so bad.
No, not at all.
Right? So we've been working on this for a little bit, and we're going to probably do a beta launch here this week. I've got a link. Yeah, massive link diversity, right? Can't put it in here. Maybe I can. Hold on. If you guys want to jump in and just hang out with us for a while we build this out, give us some ideas, I'll give you a link to it here just real quick. So Terry, what do you got?
What do you mean, what do I got?
I don't know. What kind of cool things do you have?
If anybody in here hasn't been on any of my webinars,
Insight better. You're missing them.
3 weeks ago, I built a new Chrome extension, and in 4 days, it was ranking on page 1. A week later, it was back to page 3, but now it's back up top, up front, and dragged the website that I had embedded in it with it. So I've got 2 spots on page 1 from building a Chrome extension.
I don't believe you. Show me.
I actually took an image somewhere, but
you took it yesterday, didn't you?
Where it is, I'm not sure.
Moy is any niche you want. If we don't have it, we'll build it. But I want to say what Terry's about to share with you is kind of pretty cool, right? The extensions, not the extensions, but the extensions that we can build now have a lot more opportunities than the old ones did. And what Terry's kind of proved here is that they can rank. And that's really interesting.
I think this was the title of it, was Best Greensboro Web Design. And I'm looking for my
right there, fifth down.
What I was going to show you, this is, if you call this number, this is my company, and this is the Google Chrome extension.
You
And in
guys see
fact,
that?
this here, NC Internet Marketing, if you click on the Google Chrome, you'll see it shows this NC Internet Marketing is what that's for.
Mhm.
So because that's got a link here as well as down here and in here, it dragged the website with it also. So 2 spots on page 1. If I go, now I'll go back here and you can see this Google Chrome. I built it February 23rd.
Yep.
And it's on page 1 for this term, which is what I named it. And it was on page 1 for a couple other variations on these terms. I don't remember what all they were off the top of my head, but just variations on the same term. Like I think leaving the best off, it's in there, if I remember right.
And remember, this came from one of our members that shared it with us and said, hey, try it and see if it works and share it. And it does. Pretty cool. So you can make these for anything you want.
Yep. And there it is again. See, it's just variations on that.
Is there any power in that link? Any authority coming from the link?
It
from
has the page authority of 47. As they get older, the page authority does increase.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a 6-year-old Chrome extension which has a page authority of 51, and really didn't do much with it, but
Right.
just did it for 6 years and gained some page authority. And
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, knowing that this popped up right here with that domain authority, what would happen if we did a full-blown RFR campaign over time?
Well, it's not going to go down.
Exactly. Exactly. So the possibility is that, and you can test this, it might even increase in, page authority and move up the scale there.
Right. And if nothing else, it's another spot on page 1
That's
that
yours.
the competitor doesn't have. And I don't even do web design anymore, rarely. I mean, I'll code something for myself once in a while, but don't get me wrong though, if somebody throws money at me, I'll get one built. But
yeah. You guys think this is pretty cool? Would you like us to do a little webinar on this process? Sure. Yes. Well, 3. Okay. 4. All right. All right. Terry, we'll have to schedule one. He can either be one of your Sunday ones or one of our Thursday ones. But it didn't take that long because there's really not many places you can put data.
in 4 days, it was on page 1. Oh, you mean to create?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
It takes longer to assemble your content than it does to put it together.
Yeah, they'll always a replay. Yeah, for sure. But like in everything else that we do, the process is create the data that you need. So when you go get ready to do it, it's just copy, cut, and paste, and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And in fact, if I recall right, let me check. Yeah, if you look up here in the URL, you'll see that the N at the end of design is not even in the URL because this is the length I'm allowed. I did not know that when I first, so.
Still showed up anyway.
Right, so it's not, the keyword is not actually appearing in the URL. So you could rank even better by having a title a keyword short enough that it would appear in the URL.
All right, so Henrik's back just in time to ask any other last questions and see if there's anything else he had left for us to share, for him to share with us, or were we done?
I would have preferred to wait a little bit showing you the embed, because I want to experiment a little bit further with that. So,
Well, this way, several people hopefully will experiment with it.
yeah.
And we can, and then we'll see if we all come across the same experience, so we can be sure it's actually doing what we find that it does or doesn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I think we have had enough for the one day. Unless anybody has any other questions, general in nature, issues, problems, loves, hates. I don't see anybody with any questions. Thanks. Okay. All right, great. Appreciate coming by today, and we'll have the replay ready for everybody, I don't know, a couple hours from now. All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.